Nestled in the heart of Louisiana, with its slow-moving rivers and sprawling oak trees draped in Spanish moss, lay the small town of Hampton. It was here, amidst the charming streets and friendly locals, that Logan Thibault found himself after returning from his third tour in Iraq. Logan, a Marine veteran, carried with him a photograph of a woman he had never met. He had found the picture during a chaotic night raid in Iraq. The photograph had been his constant companion throughout the war, a talisman that seemed to shield him from the worst dangers. The image of the woman, with her bright eyes and warm smile, had given him hope and strength. After narrowly surviving yet another brutal encounter, Logan became convinced that the woman in the photograph was his guardian angel. Driven by this belief, he set out to find her, walking from Colorado to Louisiana, guided by the unshakable feeling that destiny awaited him. As he approached Hampton, Logan felt a strange sense of peace. He had no concrete plan, only the photograph and the determination to meet the woman who had become his symbol of hope. His journey led him to a quaint animal shelter on the outskirts of town. The shelter, with its white picket fence and blooming garden, seemed like a place where kindness thrived. Logan's heart raced as he pushed open the gate and walked up the path. He saw her almost immediately. Beth Green was kneeling in the garden, tending to a bed of flowers. She looked up as Logan approached, her eyes locking onto his with a mix of curiosity and caution. "Can I help you?" Beth asked, standing and wiping her hands on her jeans. Logan took a deep breath, pulling the photograph from his pocket. "I know this might sound strange, but I've been looking for you. I found this picture in Iraq, and it kept me alive." Beth stared at the photograph, a flicker of recognition in her eyes. "That's a picture of me," she said slowly. "It was taken a few years ago." Logan explained his journey, his voice steady despite the whirlwind of emotions inside him. Beth listened, her skepticism gradually giving way to intrigue and empathy. She introduced Logan to her grandmother, Ellie, who lived with her and helped run the shelter. Ellie, with her sharp wit and warm heart, took an immediate liking to Logan. "I think you were meant to find each other," Ellie said one evening over dinner. "Sometimes life has a way of bringing people together in the most unexpected ways." Beth was cautious, but couldn't deny the connection she felt with Logan. They spent more time together, Logan helping out at the shelter and learning about Beth's life. She had lost her brother, Drake, in the war, and the pain of that loss still haunted her. Logan's stories of his time in the Marines, his struggles and his resilience, resonated deeply with her. As the days turned into weeks, Logan and Beth grew closer. They shared stories, laughter, and moments of quiet reflection. Logan found solace in the simplicity of life in Hampton, and Beth discovered a sense of safety and companionship she hadn't felt in years. One warm summer evening, Logan and Beth walked by the river, the air filled with the sounds of crickets and the gentle flow of water. They stopped by a bench overlooking the water, the moon casting a soft glow over everything. "Beth," Logan began, his voice filled with emotion, "I never believed in fate until I found your picture. Meeting you has changed my life in ways I can't even explain. I don't know what the future holds, but I know that being with you feels right." Beth looked into Logan's eyes, her heart swelling with a mix of hope and fear. "Logan, you've brought something into my life that I thought was lost forever. Maybe we were meant to find each other." Their lips met in a tender kiss, sealing a bond that had been forged through adversity and hope. As they embraced, the world seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them and the promise of a future built on love and understanding. The following weeks were a whirlwind of emotions and new beginnings. Logan found a job at a local construction company, eager to build a stable life in Hampton. Beth continued her work at the shelter, her heart lighter and her smile brighter with Logan by her side. One afternoon, as they were sorting through old boxes in the attic, they found a collection of letters from Drake, Beth's brother. Reading his words, they felt a deep connection to the past and a renewed sense of purpose. The letters spoke of dreams and hopes, of a life filled with love and family. Inspired by Drake's words, Logan and Beth decided to honor his memory by expanding the shelter into a community center for veterans. They envisioned a place where those who had served could find support, healing, and a sense of belonging. With the help of the townspeople, they renovated the old barn next to the shelter, turning it into a vibrant center. The grand opening was a celebration of life, love, and the bonds that tie people together. Veterans from all over the state came, sharing their stories and finding solace in the community Logan and Beth had created. As they stood on the steps of the new center, looking out at the smiling faces and feeling the warmth of the evening sun, Logan took Beth's hand. "We did it," he said, his voice filled with pride and gratitude. "Yes, we did," Beth replied, her eyes shining with tears of joy. "And I couldn't have done it without you." Logan pulled her close, their hearts beating as one. In that moment, they knew that they had found something rare and precious. Their journey had been long and filled with challenges, but it had led them to a place of love and fulfillment. As the sun set over Hampton, casting a golden glow over the river and the fields, Logan and Beth stood together, ready to face whatever the future held. For they had discovered that love, truly, was their greatest adventure, and they were both lucky to have found it. Hope you enjoy the story. Like, share, and subscribe for more great stories.